Hello everyone, this is Joanna. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I wanted to show you the really neat effect that you get while embossing with embossing paste. And you really do get a very nice texture to your project. You can see here this is just Versamark and embossing powder, and I embossed it probably 3 or 4 times. You can see how beautiful and smooth it is. This is actually not the case with the embossing paste, which actually in today's case it's really neat because I want to add embossing to my leaves, and that kind of a distressed surface is going to be absolutely perfect for it. So I'm going to grab some of it and apply to my leaves one at a time. And you don't want to put too much, but you don't want to put too little either, because you'll see that you will get more of a texture if you apply more embossing paste to your leaf. It acts completely different than the embossing, than the Versamark while being heated. It's actually pretty neat. So I can't wait for you guys to see it. Now, the embossing powders that I have is gold, copper, and silver, and I'm going to start with the gold. And let me grab the leaf here, and I'll add the gold to the edges. Easy. Just the edges. Okay. Now let me put that on the side. Now I'll continue on with the, oops, some leftover. I'm going to continue on with the copper. And if they're going to get mixed together a little bit, that's even better. The effect that you're going to get is the colors that you're going to get are even nicer. And then I have a mix of silver and all the other colors here. Silver, gold, and copper. I'm just going to drench the rest of it in that, and once again just finish it off, just a little bit more copper wherever it did not take. Alright, okay, so this is my leaf, and it is going to be ready for heating. Let me grab my board here, remove the dirty paper, grab the tweezers, and here we go. Let me heat up the heat gun, and you can see how completely different it acts from the embossing, from the Versamark. Okay, let me see if you guys can see it on the video. You're going to see it starts to melt. And when it starts to melt, you will get this bubbly effect. Do you see that? Look at all those different bubbles that are coming up. You can totally see this cooking. Look at the texture that we're getting too. Some of those bubbles actually get pretty darn big, but then they just they get small afterwards. But look at this really cool texture that we're able to get using the embossing paste. Look at that. Isn't that neat? I don't know if you guys can see it. It's very cool. You have all those rough edges. It's really amazing. Actually, this one here did not melt all the way. Can you see how it's boiling? Very neat effect. Completely different what you get with Versamark and embossing powder. Very nice, isn't it? So we're going to do exactly the same thing on my other leaf. I actually already did that, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch it. And there's my leaf right here. and so I have both of them already ready for my card. And what I'm gonna do is let me put the embossing powders on the side for a second. What I'm gonna do is I will give them this is a mixed media paper. I'm gonna give it a gentle spray with the Ranger mica sprays. There is a copper one, brass, and silver. And we're just gonna give it a very gentle spray. We want it to be there, but it doesn't, you know, I don't want anything too dramatic. Okay, and the brass, you have to make sure that you shake it and get that powder moving. I shook it. This is actually probably even too much, way more than I wanted to use, but this is what I would do. And I'm gonna put it on the side to dry. And I already have one here that I made earlier, that it's beautiful and dry. Very simple. And now you'll see how easy it is to put this card together. So let's get started. Let me put my bottom leaf down and then the top one, and I'm just gonna attach them by the stems to begin with, and I'll see if I want to add some lift to it later on. I really like how they pop out, so I will see if I want to do something with them. Probably put a double, like a foam tape here or something like that. Just hold it. Nice. Let me put the foam tape, one foam tape under the big leaf, and a foam tape under the smaller leaf. That way there's going to be some lift, but they're not going to be all over the place. And you can see my leaf popped out there. Probably glue dots would be a good idea actually to use right now. Now, for the greeting, as I do all the time, is I'm using a die cut greeting, but I layered them. I put 3 layers together so it's nice and sturdy. So now I'll be able to put sending down. It's a great idea to use 3 layers of the greeting. It really brings it up. It's not the same as a single layer, which I'm going to show you in just 1 minute. So let's place it down, glue it down, and we're going to be sending wishes. So since we're going to be sending the wishes, let me see where I want it, where I want this, and if I want it popped out or not popped out. Do I want it? How do I want it? You know, I think I'm gonna pop it out. I think I like it popped out. So just a little piece of foam tape. And my wishes are going on. Okay, so now there you go. And there is your card. Look how neat the leaves look. They're just so amazing. I really love them. Now let me show you how to make a frame that is also with the embossing paste. And if you don't have the die cuts for a square or a rectangle, you don't have to worry about it. It's very simple to make a frame. So I just want to show you really quickly before we go. My frame is 2.5 by 2.5 inches, And where's my frame? Okay. And I do not have the paper ready, but I just wanted to I'm gonna have to show you. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So this is 2.5 by 2.5, which is the size of my frame. And like I said, I don't have squares cutouts or rectangular cutouts because I always feel that I need to buy elaborate die cuts instead of the simple ones. And my frame is a 1/4 inch wide, so I'm going to take my paper, line up at a 1/4 inch, take my cutting blade, line it up at a 1/4, and because my entire paper is 2.5 inches, I'm gonna run it from 1/4 to 2.25. That's my cut. Then I'm gonna move it, line it up at a 1/4, again 1/4 to 2.25, turn it, line it up at a 1/4 here, so everything is a 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4 to 2.25, and my last cut, again, let's line it up at a 1/4, and it's gonna go from 1/4 to 2.25, and it should somewhat pop out. There you go. And there is our frame. Now we can start embossing it with the embossing paste. Alright, for my other card, again, very simple. Just place it down. Just place it on a piece of paper so it's nice and neat. Grab some embossing paste, and here we go. And I really kind of want to make it, see if we can get more of a distressed look if we put more embossing paste in certain spots than others, so that it's not smooth all the way. Okay, so this one is really distressed. There's quite a bit of embossing paste here. And this time around, I'm just going to do it in gold. Oh yes, there is plenty of the embossing paste. So let's just do it in gold. And try to get the edges. See if we can get some distressed look on the edges too. That'll be kind of neat. And just load it with embossing powder. And let's see what we're gonna get with it. Let me grab my heat gun and my wood board. And here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, you know what? I already see that I lost a little bit of the embossing from there. Well, now we're good. I may have touched it there with my hand or something like that. Okay, let's see. Let me put it here so you guys can see it. Ooh. A little bit more here. Oh my goodness, look at this. Okay, I think I kind of like when there is more embossing paste. You definitely get a bigger variation in texture. That's fabulous. I know that it's going to go away. A lot of it is going to go away when you stop at the heat gun. But still, I think this is more than on my leaves. So I probably should have put more embossing paste on my leaves. And there you go. And you should not be holding it as I did, because then you have this little spot here that is not exactly embossed. Let me see if I can fix that. Sometimes you can pull the embossing powder from around. Look at that. How neat is this? This is so cool. I absolutely love this. I love it. So there you go. You have my two frames, the ones that I did here, and you can see with the Versamark, look what a huge difference. You know, this one is so smooth, and these are so distressed. I love it, and it looks like the more embossing paste you put, the more distress of a look you get. So right here, I already put a foam on double-sided tape on this. So let me just put this card together really quickly. I already pre-cut some leaves, and if you want to see how I did the background, just watch my previous video. That's where I did the background and I cut the leaves so you can see the whole thing there. So I'm just gonna place that, pop it out really nice. And here are my leaves from my previous project that I just kept because I don't throw things out. I'm just going to place them right here. Okay. Maybe cut this one just a little bit shorter and put it down there. But I'm not going to attach them. I'm not going to attach them all the way. Just right here, just at the bottom. And now I'm going to be ready to add my greeting, and I probably will use the same kind of wishes as I did right here. And I'll put the cards together and I'll put them on my blog, and you will be able to see the finished product. But yes, I just wanted to see you guys how neat the embossing paste is when it comes to adding texture to the cards. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ta!